welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. If you're new around here, then my name is Sophie and I upload all content related to health, fitness, lifestyle and well-being. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, then definitely be sure to click on the little red subscribe button down below, because that would mean so much to me if you could do that. As for today's video, we have reached the end of March, which does mean that it's time for my monthly favourites. As I do at the end of every month. Sorry, I got distracted by a bird. No one actually out on the street, but just, you know, any kind of entertainment you can get right now. But yes, anyway, without further ado, let's get into my monthly favourites. Got, of course, some foodie faves, as well as a couple of TV shows in here, which I'm sure you'll probably be looking for something to watch at the moment, so hopefully these suggestions will help you out. So my first favourite for this last month is the spin-off series for Pretty Little Liars, which was called The Perfectionists. I've been wanting to watch it for a long time. It's not been on Netflix, it's still not on Netflix or any other kind of like Amazon Prime Video or anything like that. I just sort of gave in and kind of ended up just finding some way of watching it on the internet, as you can do with certain shows. Just because I really wanted to watch it and I'd given it plenty of time for it to go up onto something where I could watch it on Netflix or something properly as well. But I'm so happy that I did actually manage to watch it because it was so good. I think there was 10 episodes and I literally got through it all within like 2 days, I want to say. So if you're currently wanting something to binge watch, it's annoying that there's no second season. Apparently they were thinking about doing one and then they decided not to in the end, which is annoying because it does get left on a bit of a cliffhanger, but it's definitely worth watching either way. Definitely something to fill your time with right now as well. If you like Pretty Little Liars, it's definitely worth a watch. I was debating whether to watch it or not because I was like, would it be as good as the actual show itself? But yeah, definitely carries on in a really good way and definitely worth a watch. I think I said definitely a lot of times then. And then my next favourite is also another TV show as well, which you probably have seen or will have heard of or seen pop up on Netflix, and that is Love is Blind. It's one of those shows that when you start watching it, you're like, really? And then you're sort of like, why am I watching this? Then you get into it more and more, and as you keep watching more of it, you just want to keep seeing what's going to happen, even though I was still kind of sat there like, am I really going to like this? What is this show? But you just can't stop watching it once you start, especially for now if you want something really easy to watch or just to have on in the background or just a show again to binge watch, then Love is Blind is definitely worth checking out. It's basically like a blind dating show, but not only do they date without having seen the person, they have to propose to the person they think they would want to marry, and they actually have to follow through with it and have the wedding, and then like they move in together and everything. And then there was an end show as well to see where they all are, I think a year or so later. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting one, a bit of an interesting experiment to see what happens, to see if the couples do last, who marries who, and yeah, out of the ones which you may think work out, which ones do, which ones don't. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of an interesting experiment. A little bit one of those shows, like I was saying, that you just don't really know why you're watching it, but you just can't stop once you do start. Moving on to some foodie faves. I have to put this one down because honestly this is just like an amazing revelation that's happened. But of course, with it being Easter at the moment, mini eggs are definitely a big part of sort of the Easter chocolate range, and they only appear around Easter time. But with being vegan, I can't eat them anymore, and they used to be one of my favourite things, but now the brand Daisy and Dam, is it Daisy and Dam? Daisy and Dom? I always get that wrong. Daisy and Dam, which are a vegan chocolate range. They've released something called Good Eggs, which are essentially a copy of mini eggs, but a vegan version with 70% cocoa in there, I think. So slightly darker and maybe not quite as sweet as the original mini eggs. I haven't had them in ages though, so I can't really do a direct comparison, but they taste, from what I can remember of them, they taste very similar, and oh, they're so good. I'm so happy there's been a vegan version made because Oh, they literally have made my Easter this year. Sticking with the vegan chocolate and new vegan chocolate options being brought out, I think it was a couple of months ago, I think it was probably in January actually, while there was Veganuary going on, Galaxy brought out a new vegan chocolate range. I still hadn't tried it yet. Then recently I tried the caramelized hazelnut flavour, and for Galaxy chocolate, it literally tastes like the smooth, creamy kind of style of chocolate that Galaxy is in the original version, but it is the vegan alternative. And then the caramelized hazelnut flavour had little crunchy pieces of hazelnuts in there with like a sort of sugary kind of caramelly coating, which was so good. I love when there's like chewy or crunchy pieces in chocolate, especially like I mentioned before, like the No-Mo bars, which have like the fruit and crunch pieces in there. That's the same with like the vegan Galaxy chocolate with the crunchy hazelnut pieces in there. I really need to try the orange one because orange flavoured chocolate is one of my favourite things, so I need to try the orange one. And then I think the last one is like a sea salt one, or I can't remember what the last one is, but yeah, I definitely need to try out the other two flavours as well. And then my final favourite for this month comes from my favourite vegan protein brand, and that is from Form Nutrition. I did actually mention this protein powder recently in my most recent day of my life video, but not too long ago they brought out a new flavour of their Super Blend protein. What I love about their Super Blend protein is that it's full of loads of prebiotics, probiotics, they've got digestive enzymes in there, there's loads of sort of green powders, there's loads of fruit powders in there. It's great source of all your vitamins and minerals, and a lot of them are 100% of your daily requirement. It's a great supplement therefore as well if you are on a vegan diet, especially for things like B12. And their most recent release was a toffee flavour. I absolutely love toffee, and I can't even tell you just how good it tastes. It's got that really kind of sweet, like toffee kind of taste basically. But yeah, I don't know how to describe it. The only downside to it, as I did say in my day in life video, is that the powder itself is like a pale brown kind of sandy colour, a bit like toffee. However, when you blend it up, it goes green from all the green powders in there, and I'll often blend it with milk, so you kind of end up drinking green milk, feeling like I'm living in a bit of the green eggs and ham situation in the Cat in the Hat. But it tastes amazing. Don't let the colour put you off, because I'd say that's the only downside to it, but once you've got past knowing that it's going to go green and you try it, you won't be turning back. It is so good. I highly recommend checking out all their protein powders as well. My other favourite one is their chocolate peanut performance protein, which I've probably mentioned before and shown a lot in my sort of what I eat in a day videos. But yeah, highly recommend checking out that toffee flavour. Such a good one. Those are all of my favourites, I was about to say flavours, favourites for this month. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Smash a big thumbs up on it if you have. Also be sure to click on that little red subscribe button down below. If you are new to my channel, that would mean amazing. That would be amazing. That would mean a lot as well. It'd be amazing, and it would mean a lot if you could do that. Also, don't forget there is that notifications bell too that you can tap on so that you're notified whenever I upload, and I'll be sure to see you very soon with a brand new